Good afternoon YouTube, it's Sunday the 14th of January, it's approximately 3:26 in the afternoon and I just wanted to stick a quick video out, not done anything in a while, and I wanted to talk about this little fella, if I can get him in focus, just have to bear with me, trying a slightly different setup. He's not going to play, come on fella, smile for the camera. Come on camera, focus. Right, there's a camera in focus. Now there we go. This guy here. Now a lot of you know him. He's Groot. He's off Thingiverse. There's a link in the description to him. And as you can see, he's not done in normal stuff. He's done in Filamentive, Lightwood, PLA, and I am really pleased. Now he's not perfect, as you can see, or you can't see because I can't work out where to put the camera to show it. Side of the face there's a few blobs on his hand, which I'm sure I'll never get in focus, but we'll try. High five, Joel. Yeah, it's a wood filament, so it's not going to be perfect. You can see in there he needs a bit of a clean up. But a fantastic print. Took 7 hours 10 minutes from beginning to end. I used on the forums on the Prusa website, there is a discussion about S3D, and a couple of guys actually got hold of Simplify 3D and asked for some settings to use on the Mk3, the i3 Mk3, the Prusa, and they actually got back to them. Now they've only, that I can see, we've only got one for PLA at the moment, so I had to use the standard PLA settings. What I did do, the standard PLA settings, according to Simplify 3D, get my teeth back in, they're doing it about 215 degrees. Now when I started printing at 215 degrees I did get a bit of stringing, so I knocked it down to 210 degrees and the stringing stopped, which is possibly why I've got these little bloggets and boogers that I need to get off. But overall I'm really pleased with the quality. Like I say, it's Filamentive Lightwood PLA, which I got in their sale in January, which was 30% off I think. Got some orange stuff as well, which is over there behind me. Really good quality gear, nice fast delivery and fairly cheap. I mean, it's not the cheapest on the market, but you know, you pay for quality. And of course, as you saw in the previous video, the Ruby nozzle is now on, so that's working fine. As you can see, I was going to stick some carbon fibre through it, but I'm trying to find something specific to printing carbon fibre and I haven't quite worked out what I'm going to print. There's got to be something, you know, that carbon fibre will do better than anything else, but as yet I haven't really come across anything. I've got a Phantom 3 Pro. No, it's not, it's an Advanced, let me get it right. I've got a Phantom 3 Advanced and I was looking at maybe finding a bit of something to do in carbon fibre for that, but couldn't come up with anything. So I'm still wondering what is the first thing to do in carbon fibre. If any of you got any ideas, let me know. Something you'd like to see printed in carbon fibre, just to see how well the Mk3 does. With some new settings, I'll have to mess about with Simplify 3D. The reason why I'm trying to get off any other slicer and get on to Simplify 3D is the fact when it comes down to doing supports. I love the way Simplify 3D allows you to put supports where you want them rather than where the program thinks you ought to have them. It comes in very useful if you're printing models that you don't want a massive amount of supports around. You've just got one piece that's overhanging, and you tend to find slicers tend to put far too many supports in, which of course slows the printing process up and makes cleaning up more of a hassle. Whereas with Simplify 3D, both with my A8 and my CR10, and now with this, I just find it's more user-friendly, maybe not more user-friendly, but it's more controllable. You can do more with it yourself. But really, this video is about this little fella, which I still can't get in focus. Come on, focus on it. There he is. Now, look at that. I'm really, really pleased with that. You see on his back, the way it's got all the twisted vines. Now, this is actually been printed for my other half, Anna. I said I got some wood PLA. What should I print? And of course, straight away, oh, Groot, it's got to be Groot. So Groot it is. So I've had no problems with clogs. What I've made sure I've done is when I left it to print overnight, when I came downstairs this morning, I got the hot end hot straight away. I extracted the filament, I put some normal PLA straight in, made sure I pushed all the wood filament through. So I've got, back on silver PLA I think, I've got that pushed right through anyway, just to make sure that no bits of wood get stuck in there, causing a partial clog or whatever. But now I'm really pleased with it. So if you've seen my Twitter account, you would have seen I stuck a picture of that on this morning. But yeah, really pleased with it. 20% infill. It feels nice as well. It's really, it's really tactile. I'm sure it would actually probably sand down and you wouldn't be able to see where I'd sanded, so I could get some of these little bloggits off. I've got a feeling Anna's going to paint it. She's going to paint the eyes anyway. Get those nice and black so they stare into your soul. Stare. There we go. Stare into your soul. Woo. There we are. I did actually do a bench. The first thing I did with the bench sheet, if you just give us a second, I'm going completely out of focus. Right, while the camera's trying to catch up, I'll go and get the bench sheet I did and you can see the difference. I've just shut the microphone on the floor, so you've probably all gone deaf as well. Benchy wise, I did this before I turned the temperature down. So on this, there was a fair bit of stringing. I haven't really cleaned it up, but I've had kind of. Come on, camera. Come on. Right, I don't know whether you can see that. There we go. Look, there is a fair bit of stringing on there. Which you can't see because it won't focus. Still to find a camera that's going to work for me. If anybody's got any tips, I've got a load of Nikons. This is a 5300 I'm using at the moment. I've got a 72 and I've got a 31. It was sort of a natural progression. But the advantage of the 53 is that I've actually got a screen I can turn around so I can look at that while I'm filming, whereas the 72 I haven't. Anyway, as you can see, this turned out quite nicely. Apart from there was quite a lot of stringing. I managed to knock the little bit off the stern because I was looking at it, and that knocked that little piece off the back, which was really clever. But overall, I mean, I know wood is very forgiving. Well, it's clear wood PLA is very forgiving because it's a much rougher surface. Let's see if I can get that in focus a bit better for you. It's a much rougher surface, so you don't see heat problems or anything like that, you know, lack of cooling or whatever. But if I can finally get it to that bottom, you can't really see, but that bottom is incredibly good. It's very shiny to the touch. That first layer went down like an absolute boss, which I was really pleased with, because after changing the nozzle and having to move the pinner probe up, I was a little concerned that I wasn't going to get that. I'm out of focus again. Hello! I don't think this camera's working, do you? This is not the answer I was looking for. This is not the droid you were looking for. No. Anyway, yeah. Oh, that's not going to work either. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. I'm not pleased with this camera. I'm sort of swimming in a blue dream. Can you focus on me, please, camera? I don't even know where your sensor is. Is your sensor there? No. I seem to have lost focus altogether. Ah, there we go. Got it straight back. So yeah, really pleased with it. having a look now at what I can do with the carbon fibre, so if anybody's got any suggestions, let me know. Any comments, stick them in the bit down there where you leave comments. Any suggestions on cameras? I don't want to spend a fortune. I was thinking about maybe getting a cheap HD video camera rather than using these DSLRs. Maybe spend a couple of £100 on a cheap video camera, which is, you know, specifically for videos. I use my mics like that one. I've got a mic coming actually from Amazon. Just let me check. I'll tell you what it's called. I'm on a thing in the UK called Hot UK Deals, and I'm sure many of you follow it for stuff. And there was a thing came on yesterday. I've got a blue Snowball omnidirectional USB microphone coming, which has got some good reviews, and it was under £50. So I was quite pleased with that. So that's hopefully going to improve the audio a little. It means I can have it on the desk rather than having it clipped to me here. But I've still got this issue with cameras and quality and focusing and one thing and another. So we'll see what we can do about that. Like I say, if anybody's got any ideas of what to change to. Lighting's improving a bit, but I'm still not happy with it. Anyway, comment below. Subscribe if you haven't. Click the little bell next to the subscribe logo. That means that you get told every time I put new content out. I've got Patreon. Still waiting for somebody to chuck a buck my way, but I'm sure in the fullness of time somebody will. They'll either feel sorry for me or they'll get sick of me asking. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, that's Filamentive, PLA, light wood. There'll be a link to that in the description. There'll be a link to Matter Hackers, where I got my Ollson Ruby nozzle from, and there'll also be a link to this on Thingiverse if anybody else wants to print it out. And of course, you all know how to get those of Joseph's machines if you want one and you're willing to wait. I've had no other issues with it. I've been printing from SD and also from Octoprint. I've had no issues, no skips, no jumps, no nothing. It's been working like a boss for me. So hopefully things have settled down a bit. There doesn't seem to be so much on the forums about issues. I mean, some people are still having issues, but hopefully everybody will get everything ironed out, and you guys are still waiting for yours to turn up. Hopefully by the time you get yours shipped, things will be a bit more stable. But you know, like I've said before, it's a fluid thing. You know, things change, things alter, things improve. Joe's been doing a fantastic job, I think, of burning the midnight oil and ironing out these problems for people. I've seen there's been a few issues with power supply failures, but I think that's on a very limited amount of machines, and it would appear that turnaround time for replacement parts is quick. I think as long as you send a picture of what's gone wrong, I think they're doing their utmost to keep people happy and get stuff, you know, straight out to people, get problems solved, which is good to hear. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I won't have any, but you know, if I do, I'm fairly confident that the support's going to help. Just a little tip: if you do have any issues, rather than emailing them, I always find personally, if I go on the live chat in the Prusa shop, click on the live chat, they are really good, really fast at speaking to you. If they do want anything emailing, they give you an email link to email to, and they're back in touch with you, you know, very quickly indeed. Got nothing but praise for the backroom staff. They've done a really good job. Anyway, I'll stop waffling now. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday or the rest of your week, and I'll see you when I've got something else to show you. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers. See you later. Goodbye.